welcome to Blue Jays Today. Today, guys, we're going to be telling you all about the Blue Jays and spring training updates and take a look at some of these players and their performances, like Cavan Biggio. This guy decided to be elite this year. Let's see if he can carry it into the regular season. And that and much more, all here on Blue Jays Today. I'm your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog. And yeah, guys, we're now getting to the point where it's not just like one game, 2 game sample size. It's like, these are actually starting to become like, you know, I don't want to see legitimate slash lines, but it's like, okay, this is a sample size.
This is a good week.
Exactly.
A good week.
Like, it's like, you're doing very well right now. And it's really interesting to see the names that are up there, because there's definitely some guys that I did not expect to be doing as good as they're doing. And we definitely want to talk about that and much more. So let's just get straight into it, bro.
Let's go.
Let's just freaking do it, man. Here are the numbers, statistics for spring training so far for the Toronto Blue Jays. I guess it should also be noted, too, that they are coming off of a W today.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, we won,
100%.
what was it, 2-0, I think?
Yeah, 2-0. Crushed that Red Sox organization. Oh, look at, what are you doing there, buddy?
Yeah, and
Come
this
on.
was a B lineup for the Jays, man.
I know. And I think Red Sox are actually rolling out some legitimate players that they were going to have in their team.
Well, that's about equivalent to our B lineup.
Exactly, because we're on the road too. That's what I realized too. The spring training, like when we're on the road, like we throw it like just nobody's.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that's good for the viewership too, eh? Like when you're at home, it's like you want
get
to
your
see
guys.
and
you don't want to have your main guys traveling all the time. Like you want the guys that want to prove a point to be traveling and playing games.
I agree, bro. But either way, we did win this one today, 2-0 over the Red Sox. Here are the stats for your Toronto Blue Jays so far. Varsho, Barger, Biggio, Lucas, and Espinal, all of playing time. A lot of playing time.
Interesting to note. I mean, you get playing time for different reasons. Varsho, you want to get accustomed. You want to get him warmed up.
Yeah.
Barger, it's interesting how much playing time Barger's get. I was not expecting this much playing time. Like 22 ABs, and he's doing pretty decent. Like, he's obviously coming off of a very hot start. He's cooling down just a bit, but still, dude, 500 slugging, 273 batting average,
like
and the extra bases, bro. Lots of extra base hits.
Lots of extra bases, dude. I really feel like with Barger, like the reasoning behind that is we're starting to see these guys thinking ahead a year, because it's like, well, Chapman is gonna go, right? Like, look who's getting all the playing time. It's Barger, it's Biggio, it's these infielders, right? A lot of these infielders are getting it, and probably because it's like, well, we got to see what we got here going into this season, going in trade deadline and everything like that.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little correction. Not very loud. Let me just turn it up for y'all folks. La 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 la. La 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 la. You're getting a little behind the scenes. There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you got a good point with that. Like Barger could be very well next up, and you also got Nathan Lucas, who could be next up on the roster.
Totally.
I mean, I made a little video talking about Lucas versus Lopez and who's gonna win that final job. Lucas looks pretty darn decent, and he's having a good spring too. He's hitting 318.
Yeah.
Like I like what I see from Lucas, but I do feel like Lopez has the advantage because of the positional thing. Like he can play outfield and he can play infield. Lots of positions, just as good as speed. What about you? Have you any thoughts on kind of Lucas versus Lopez?
Right now, I'm in the same boat as you, man. I'm still thinking that Lopez is the guy. But again, let's factor in, like, what could this possibly mean? Well, I mean, Kiermaier's going to go eventually, right? Springer's not going to be good forever. We want to see the next crop of outfielders. Can there be anything that's homegrown? We don't want to have to trade for a Dalton Varsho every other season, right? So what does Lucas have? Could he be a guy? Right now, it's looking like yes. Obviously, still only 9 games, but we're liking what we're seeing.
Yeah, and the thing with Lucas, he's 28 years old, so it's like, if you want to make your debut, it's time's ticking.
Now or never.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you're going to have an impact, it is kind of like now.
And that's the argument, too. Like, if you want to squeeze any value on a major league level from Lucas, like, this would kind of be the year, because you can wait a little bit with Lopez, right?
That's true.
We're like, gotta get it now.
That's true, right? Because you look at the prospect rankings, too, right? Lopez still has a bit of a bar.
Right.
Even if you're never going to play him, he's only just a trade piece for you. He's still got a little bit of value right there, because people are going to look and say, hey, we could use a guy like that. Lucas, they might not see that. I mean, this is helping because he's batting .318, and people are like, okay, he's having a good spring. But still, you're right. I think that if you are going to extract anything out of Lucas, you kind of need to do it sooner rather than later. That's a pretty good point, actually.
Yeah. I mean, same with even Winton Bernard. He's not having a great spring, but they did pick him up. He's a little bit less than Lucas, but he's 32 years old. Something to note for outfield depth. And then Santiago Espinal. I want to talk about this guy.
Me too.
Because obviously we have, talking about Biggio breaking out, and he's fighting for playing time. Well, it's not like Espinal's handing the job over. He's doing actually way better than Cavan Biggio. What have you liked so far from Espinal? What's sticking out to you the most?
Everything, man. It's all good, right? The defense was always there. Right now, we are seeing the upside that Espinal has. We saw it at the beginning of last year, too, right? That first 2 months period, Espinal was really good. He was a top 5 player on the team, right? Offensively and defensively. Then the second half rolled around. It felt like he started to get fatigued a little bit. I know that you came out and you said that he actually had some problems maintaining his weight. As in he started to lose a lot of that muscle that he put on in the offseason. Obviously, that's going to make you a little bit more tired. So right now, we are seeing what this kid has. And this
Espinal.
This is why I've always been so high on Santiago Espinal.
Right.
Because he has the potential to be an all-star year in and year out.
He is an all-star. Exactly. You're right. And he had an all-star start. And to me, it looked like he was the clear number one. But yeah, you're right. Like, again, that whole getting tired in the end of the season, he's got to work on that this year. He's got to maintain that body mass, because we all love him when he put on the body mass last year. It's back this year. He's got to keep it up. And I really, because honestly, I do want him to be, the number one second baseman. I'm a stickler because I see Whit Merrifield, I see Cavan Biggio, and they got things to offer. But dude, if you're an all-star, like, there's no debate.
I feel like Espinal has the highest ceiling out of all of those guys. I truly believe that out of all of those guys, the only one that, in my opinion, could become an actual star in this league, like become somebody who's really notable, is Santiago Espinal.
Not Cavan Biggio?
I'm liking what I'm seeing. And I mean, this video is literally titled Biggio Breakout Incoming, because he is looking really, really good. I think it could happen this year. But I think that there's a difference between what a Biggio breakout looks like and what an Espinal breakout could look like.
Let's talk about that. What does a Biggio breakout look like? What does he have? Does he kind of have to do what he has to do back in 2019, where he's generating walks, he's generating hard contact, not necessarily hitting for a high average, hitting for a lot of power and getting on base, and stealing and moving around the bases?
Yeah, I think that's I mean, Cavan Biggio is really in a T, just the kind of reemergence of what his dad was. Right. You look at what Craig Biggio was, and that's what Craig was. He was an on-base guy. He was a batting average guy. He was I'm going to steal a lot of bases. I'm going to play a lot of games. I'm going to be reliable. Look at his career number. Look at his career OPS, right?
That's insane.
It's not like it's incredible, but he was just really good at getting on base.
Yeah, look at that. Just above average, like the OPS plus 112. And that's like what I kind of am expecting from a Cavan Biggio. So I guess that's what, in your mind, that's a little bit different, where you think Santiago Espinal, he could be like a 130 OPS.
I think that he could be a very good player. I think that Santiago Espinal maybe subtract a little bit of the power, but still have kind of the similar slash line. You're looking at a Matt Chapman 2018-2019, right? If you take away some of those home runs, replace them with more hits, more on base, you're kind of looking at a similar player there, where it's like Espinal in his best year, I could see him batting 285, getting on base, 345 or something like that, having a 450 slugging. That's a really solid guy. Yeah.
I mean, look at his 2021 sample size. He was hurt a decent amount that year. In how many games here? Can't see. 92 games. He hit 311. That's nothing to scoff at. With an OPS of 781, that on base is really high.
Really good.
Like a 376 on base. That's what I'm hoping for.
Me too.
And look, Cavan Biggio, his whole thing is getting on base. So if they're both equally doing well, I guess you do got to lean Espinal with the defense. But Cavan's defense isn't even that much worse either. Like, he actually has a pretty good outs above average. So, what do you do, man? This is a great problem that the Blue Jays have.
It's a great problem to have, man. And I'm very happy that these boys are battling for it in a respectable way right now. They're putting it all on the field. They're working as a unit. They want to collect the W's. But at the same point, hey, that's my job. I don't want, that's my job. I don't want you to take my job. So respect where respect is due. They are both putting up numbers right now. I think that you need to walk into the season playing both of them, giving them the time. And come trade deadline, I already know that there's going to be holes that need to be filled, whether it be in the pitching staff, whether it be in a bench bat, whether it be in outfield, wherever it is. maybe one of those names comes up, and maybe that's the piece that you want to move off.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
Because it feels like I said this before, like the catching situation where you have so much value that's not being utilized. You might as well use it maybe more economically in the trade market.
I agree.
Right, and replace that value that you're trading for in a full-time role.
Totally.
Right, like what could we trade for? There's probably going to be injuries, like you said, like a bullpen. Well, starting pitching. Things like that.
It's really difficult to say right now because right now I think both of us and a lot of Blue Jays fans out there, we're happy with where the roster is.
Yeah.
We've made the right moves. Sure, we could improve here or there. Like, obviously, I'd love to have a Jacob deGrom or a Garrett Cole or whatever. But just looking at what we currently have, this is a really good team. There's not a whole lot of holes. I guarantee that in a few months, there's going to be underperformances. There's going to be guys that are not doing what we wanted them to do. Maybe there's injuries as well. That's when you need to evaluate and go, Eric Swanson isn't doing what he did last year. Mm-hmm. Jordan Romano's having a down year. Maybe we need some more bullpen.
Exactly, yeah.
Or Dalton Varsho's really struggling, and Kevin Kiermaier's not hitting well. Maybe we need another bench bat to cycle through.
Right.
I'm not sure.
Right, and also I just want to say a comment here from Mark because we're talking about the old second basemen. Mm-hmm. Actually, not from Mark. It is from Eric. All of our second basemen are capable in other positions as well. Totally true. Except here's the good problem. All those positions are locked up by all-stars.
Yeah.
So like there is nowhere, they can't go anywhere but second base in a full-time role. Like, yeah, sure, they can, substitute for Varsho in the outfield one day, and then he goes and plays DH, But that's mainly where they're going to find most of their playing time is second base.
I would love it, and I don't think that this is going to happen because we know the contract, and other MLB managers know the contract. But if there is any way to hold on to Biggio and hold on to Espinal, both of them are doing well, and somehow move off of Merrifield.
Yeah, that's the next move, I think.
That would be a really nice play. I don't really see other manager looking at that contract and going, this is what we want to do, because the only reason that I think that somebody would trade for Whit Merrifield is he's popping off, he's doing incredible, like this is like one of his best years in a while.
Yeah.
But then why would we trade him?
Yeah, right? Exactly. Like he's got a mutual option next year, and I think you got to decline that $18 million.
Too much.
You got to decline it, right? So I agree, but we'll see what happens. I think they might ride with him for the end. That's what's gonna happen.
I kind of just talked myself into thinking that there's no reality because if he's really good, let's just do it. Let's just play him.
Yeah.
And if he's really bad, no one is going to want him.
Yeah.
And if he's in between, even no one's going to want him.
Exactly. And it's also got to think of it this way. I know we're nitpicking right here and like trying to make the roster better, but like he's going to be a great addition to this roster.
I agree, man.
It's so funny, man. All these second base utility guys that we have on our team, like, they're great and valuable. Mm-hmm. Like, they could run the bases, they could play multiple positions, they could play good defense, and he's got experience, just playing in the major league. We might as well keep him. No point to like really overthink it, unless there's someone knocking on the door saying, "Hey, I got a great reliever. You have a bunch of injuries. Let's make a trade."
Yeah,
I want Whit Merrifield.
I agree.
Whatever that is,
I agree. I saw you pulling up the pitcher stats right here, so let's take a look at those. And see how the boys are doing. Obviously, the biggest storyline so far is Yusei Kikuchi being absolutely dominant. You love to freaking see it, man. 7 innings pitched. Obviously, guys, very small sample size. This is one game. This is one really good game's worth. But still, how many 7-inning games did we see out of Yusei Kikuchi last year?
I don't actually think we saw a single one.
I don't think that there was a single one.
A
7-inning game with no earned runs, I guarantee you can look back at the stats. I don't think that there was a single one. That is an exceptional performance that he's put on so far.
Yeah, one hit. Sorry, what were you saying? I
was going to ask you, what are your thoughts coming into this season for Yusei Kikuchi?
Well, my thoughts are probably actually the exact same, whether he was doing good or bad. It's your job now, right? You got it. And he's proving that he is capable of holding down the job in these 7 innings. But I'm not getting my hopes up. Spring training has a way. You're facing minor leaguers. You're facing like prove-it guys. It's a very different animal for pitching. So going into the regular season, I'm going to try and take off my goggles of excitement with the spring training numbers and put on my reality goggles of, okay, now let's see what you got. Let's see the first few months. It's the same thought I had before. First few months, if you're doing well, you got it. If not, guess what? There's Mitch White. Guess what? Ricky Tiedemann's popping off in Double-A. It's the same thing. So I hope he does well. But he's got to do it in June.
Listen, maybe I'm wrong for this. Maybe, you guys can slander me in the comments if you want. I'm starting to get a little excited.
You got the goggles on,
I got
baby.
the goggles on, man. Because I would have expected this out of Manoah. I would have expected this out of Gosman, who's also having a great spring so far. Yeah. I would not have expected this out of Yusei Kikuchi.
Right.
And I was speaking to my father about this really recently, right? And I brought up the fact that last year, Yusei Kikuchi, he came out and he spoke to the management and he said, I think I need to go down to AAA.
Yeah.
I think I need to go down to AAA.
That's so sad, man.
It's really sad. And my dad brought up a great point. There is because Kikuchi's Japanese, right?
Yes.
There is a very different culture over in Japan. Just a cultural shift is like, if I don't think I'm ready, I don't want to hurt the team.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whereas in America, in Western culture, it's like, even if I don't think I'm ready, I'm going to say I'm fucking ready because I don't want to lose this job.
Exactly.
Like, this is my thing.
Fake it till you make it.
Exactly, right? But in Japan, it kind of the entire culture is like, no, like I don't want to hurt the team right now. Exactly. Yeah. Like I personally don't think I'm ready. Kikuchi's coming out and saying, I'm ready to go. I'm feeling confident. I want to start. I want to play. He's showing up and actually producing those results.
And you see it on the mound, too, the confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that the results are good, but for me, what's really different about this so far is the person. I like what I'm seeing out of Yusei Kikuchi as the person right now. And if he's saying that he's confident, he's ready to go, considering he already told us back in the day that he wasn't ready, I have to believe him.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. Like, it's definitely a new person, and I've seen some quotes too where he was even talking to the media about how he's kind of shifting his mindset, right, to attack batters first. Trust his pitches, like really focus on locating, right, and not getting over worried about result pitching and just focusing on the actual execution. So I like the mentality you want to hear out of Yusei Kikuchi. So I'm really curious of what he did in the offseason. Like, who did he talk to? Did he go and talk to maybe some other Japanese pitchers, or maybe some other Blue Jay pitchers, really digest and like kind of break down what went wrong and what we need to do and what we need to focus on? I'm curious. I'd love to hear about it.
I'm very curious as well, dude. Yeah. And it's looking like right now that he did not have much of an offseason. I imagine he went to work. He went to work, man, because he knows that he screwed up. And you saw his face, man, and we've obviously bashed Yusei Kikuchi a bunch, because in the moment, after the games that you need to win, it's like, why are we doing this again? I've watched this movie time and time again. But just from a personal standpoint, you look at the guy, you look at the look on his face. I know. It is sad. You know that he's hurting. You know he doesn't want this. Yeah. So I really think that Yusei Kikuchi didn't have a whole lot of an offseason. This guy was grinding. And right now the results are showing. I'm hopeful, or getting hopeful, that we're going to see those continue to an extent this year.
Yeah, and the extent being...
better than last year.
Better than
last year. I don't know a number yet, but better.
Right. So what is your, expectation? We've talked about this before a little bit, but expectation for Yusei Kikuchi?
Well, this is what's great. A week or two ago, I didn't even have one.
I
didn't even have an expectation.
But now that you're getting hope,
now that I'm starting to get hope, something. I'm like, wow, wouldn't it be great if we could get a 4.3?
Give me a 4.3.
Give me a 4.3 ERA. Yep. Give me, around the 150 innings.
Give me 150 innings. Yeah.
I feel great about that.
Yeah, in our number 5 spot.
You're our number 5. You can play. We don't lose all of the games that you play.
Right.
We win some of them.
Yeah. Well, when we go just slightly over 500, maybe.
Exactly.
That'd be great.
That'd be phenomenal, right? We still have a good offense. That's my hopeful expectation at this point.
We got a JD in here saying 4 ERA for Kikuchi would be great with a 160, 170 innings. Amazing.
Even better.
Yo, you got Daniela saying 3.98 ERA. Oh, if I saw that go to a 3, whoa! Expectations exceeded.
This is what's going to take this team to another place. Is having those guys that we invested in a season ago, 2 seasons ago, finally start to pay off. Burrios, Kikuchi are the notable ones. But even if George Springer could finally be 100% healthy and just get back to the form that he was in 2-3 years ago, That's a major boost that we actually haven't seen on Toronto yet.
And I'm wondering if moving him over to right field is going to really help. Is going to really help him.
Possible.
It is possible.
Take a little bit of the load off.
Yeah, I agree. And that's actually a good transition here. I wanted to bring up an article, another topic, about Kevin Kiermaier and what he's kind of doing with the team. I don't know if you had a chance to look at this.
I have not.
But so basically what Kevin Kiermaier here is coming out and saying, he's got this unorthodox method which will help Blue Jays outfield flourish. So the method he's talking about is, when you're typically shagging, you're calling balls, you have to communicate with your outfielders who's going to catch the ball.
Yeah.
So the rule is you would never say, you got it, you go get it, right? It's always mine, mine, mine.
Mm-hmm.
But then what happens when you get two players that are saying, mine, and then you both kind of back off?
Right.
So instead of, or if nobody calls it, then that's even worse.
Yeah.
So what Kevin Kiermaier just says, it's like, okay, so I'm center field, I'm commanding the outfield, I will make all the calls for everybody. So if I know I can't get it, if I can't get it,
right,
I'm going to tell you to get it. So you got to listen to me. You go for the ball until you hear me call you off, or just keep going. And don't feel fear that you're going to run into me, because if I say you got it, I'm going to back you up now. I'm out of this play. Mm-hmm. So it's a different way of thinking about it. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of like the captain out there.
A little bit of a quarterback action. Yeah,
exactly.
Calling the outfield.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And center field usually would get the priority, but then again, you run into that situation of, if we both call it, you get it, but we don't call it, are you getting it still? So he's just going to call it exactly how it is.
It kind of feels like that's just better overall anyways. If
exactly.
you can get on the same page and work that system rather than three alpha brains trying to mesh and work together, it's just one. We're on the same thinking path right now. I trust you when it's your ball. I'm going to tell you it's your ball because I'm really smart. Yeah. I'm in center field.
And he's a platinum glove winner, and he knows he can't get that ball.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're having questions in right field and left field of is Kevin Kiermaier the platinum glove winner going to get this, or should I get this? He'll let you know.
That almost sounds like a new wave of defensive thought.
Yeah.
Just have the center field be the best defensive player and have him also kind of quarterback the defense a little bit, or at least the outfield defense, and work that. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't done that more.
See, that was the idea of a center fielder. Same thing with shortstop, and he's the quarterback of the infield. But especially with outfield, when you're running and there's a crowd noise and you can't hear things, you really got to be communicating. And you're not even looking at the other players. You got to keep your eye on the ball. You got to be really looking. So I like what he's bringing already to this team. That's a new mentality.
Of course, yeah. Right? If it can work, if they can actually get on the same page, I think this is the way of it.
Yeah.
I also think too that you can't forget how you played before, because if 80 games into the season, Kiermaier goes down and he's out for the thing, I don't want a bunch of brainless idiots out there having no idea what's going on. What do we do? Is it yours? No, it's mine. No, it's golden.
Yeah. I think they gotta stick with the strategy. They'll figure it out. But also, welcome in everybody. We got 60 people in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Drop the like. The boys are going live right now. It's the Wine Unwind. So Nick's having a beer. I actually am not having a beer right now or any alcohol because I'm a little bit hungover. Yeah. It kind of hurts to see you drink, but it is what it is.
Hurts your body?
It makes me
want to drink?
No, it makes me uneasy. It hurts my soul. Also, welcome in everybody. Shout out everybody, and also shout out Jack saying with the nice comment, saying, "Yo guys, love the content. Can't wait for the season. Neither can we, man."
Feels great from my standpoint. I love it.
It must be. You had a long week too.
Yeah, it's been a long one for sure, man. It's definitely been a long one. We're actually little insider info right here on the Blue Jays Today, boys. It was Adam's birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Adam.
Thank you.
He obviously got messed up accordingly, but we are all gonna get very messed up tomorrow. Airbnb is rented out, people coming in. It's gonna be a really good time.
Yeah, can't wait, guys. Can't wait. So if you guys want to see updates, probably follow me on Instagram. Follow Nick on Instagram. I'll be posting.
Yeah, man.
Another quick note. This is nice to see. We got our boy, the captain. He's getting into action. He's doing some BP today. He could be playing this Sunday or Monday. Love to see that.
Good. I really miss Captain Kirk.
Me too.
He is my favorite player, well documented on this channel. I love him to bits. I'm very happy that the Blue Jays took my advice, took our advice.
Yeah.
Traded away Moreno, held on to Captain Kirk. There's just too much good things out of the captain.
Oh, yeah.
To possibly get rid of him, man. This is the catcher of the future. I couldn't be happier that he's our guy. If there's anyone that I'm putting my stake in, and I'm saying I trust this guy, I trust this guy's career, it is 100% Alejandro Kirk.
I like it. I mean, he's got obviously the great eye, the great on base. Look at that. 372 on base, Silver Slugger last year. Yeah, like it's amazing. And do you have expectations for him to do even better than he did last year?
It's very possible, man. He's getting
very
older.
Hard to get better.
It's hard to get better, but at the same point, I think that if anyone can do it, it is absolutely Captain freaking Kirk. Alejandro is a special guy. He just became a dad. Shout out. He's got that new dad energy. The eyeball doesn't leave him, and the difference between him and Cavan Biggio is he's got Cavan Biggio's eyeball. Yeah, it's there, maybe even better.
Yeah, or does Cavan Biggio has his eyeball?
There you go. Yeah, that's the way that we got to start thinking about this, right? But what Cavan Biggio doesn't have, I hope that he's developing it, is the bat to ball skills that Kirk has. Kirk is way better. Kirk's bat to ball skills are, starting to rival, not quite there, but, we're in Bo Bichette territory. Like, he is very good when it comes to swinging the baseball bat. And he picks his spots, he picks his pitches, he works the count. It's everything I love in a baseball player.
I love it. Sometimes I forget to really, look at these guys and their advanced statistics. And I want to look at Kirk's here, because you're talking about that bat to ball, and, you look at it right here. He does not whiff. He does not whiff. 94th percentile. That's one of the best in the game. Doesn't strike out. Everything's good. And look, he doesn't barrel it.
Nope.
He doesn't barrel it. That's fine.
But he walks a crap load.
Exactly. Look at that.
He never chases.
Look at that.
The expected batting average is on par with some of the best hitters out there.
That's incredible.
And what's crazy is he doesn't barrel it, but look at his expected slugging.
Yeah.
Look at his hard hit rate.
All there.
There's gonna be a season that comes down where, luck of the draw, the barrel's hitting it a little bit more.
Yeah.
The numbers are gonna skyrocket.
It's about 20 ding-dongs.
Yeah.
Oh, also
shout out to Wheeler Talker here with the $279 dono saying happy belated B-Day, Adam.
Thank you.
Shout out to Wheeler Talker there, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Also, Bob Knight coming in here with a nice comment saying, good show. Go Jays, go. Thank you, guys. If you haven't already done so, please hit the like button and subscribe, guys. Let's see if we can, for Adam's birthday, bring this thing up to 40 likes. That'd feel really good.
That'd be awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate all the birthday wishes. Also, some of you messaged me on Instagram and stuff, so I appreciate y'all as well. Give me those nice messages, so thank you, guys. Also, I want to talk about this. This is a little bit off topic. Still Canadian baseball, though. We're talking about the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
And
sorry to cut you off very quickly.
Yeah.
Just to answer Constantino's question, did you or will you reference any WBC?
We're
doing it right now.
We're doing it right now, baby. So we're talking. They haven't played yet a game. Their first game is this Sunday, and I believe we're going to be going live for that.
I think we got to talk about because they're also actually the great question for you guys.
Great question.
Would you prefer that we go live for the Blue Jays spring training game or Canada's first game? They coincide with one another.
One's at 3, one's at 1.
Yeah, curious to know what your thoughts are there. Maybe even possibly, depending on how hungover the boys are going to be, because we are going to be hungover, is it possible that we do a bit of a live stream and then cut it off short and then go live for the Canada game? It would be a lot of work. It'd be a lot of stuff going down. But we might need to continue the drinking. If
my God.
I just don't see any other way around
it. There's no way to avoid it, bro.
No way
I'm just going to be like me.
You guys let us know.
All right. So, World Baseball Classic. Obviously, Freddie Freeman is the superstar on the team. Shout out Freddie Freeman. Love this guy. I was just telling Nick, man, he's probably my favorite player outside of any Blue Jay. Obviously got Canadian ties. He honors his mother. I was watching a little documentary today on Sportsnet. He honors his mother by wearing a little ring that was hers, so his late mother. So shout out to Freddie. But that's all nice and stuff. But the jerseys, they're not my favorite.
Wow.
What are your thoughts when you look at it?
Sportsnet asking jerseys fire or ice. Can we look at some of these comments?
Yeah.
There's got to be some comments on this. How much is Bargain Herald selling these for? Okay, I don't know what that is. Double the size of the letters and it would be respectable. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know what that says, but
not the best.
Not the best. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Haha, looks like a Little League uni. Agreed.
Yeah.
They look like Little League uniforms.
Yeah.
Guess the budget was extremely limited. I haven't seen a positive comment yet. What does this guy say?
That shit stink. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit.
Okay, I think we get the picture.
Yeah. I don't love it, guys. Like, yeah, the lettering. And also this, like, weird, like, button. Like, what is this? It's, like, 2, and then it, like, dips down. Like, what is this? And it's, like, tape. Like,
why are they so
there?
prominent?
I don't understand.
And then there's, like, no buttons in the middle.
And then it's, like, spread out.
And then there's another button. Who did this?
Yeah, I don't like the
Who
collar.
did this?
Actually, I don't mind the stripes here. They're kind of cool. But these ones kind of just look weird, bro. And it's all about the lettering here, man. It's just... Why is it so small?
The font is weird,
Why is it like that?
Why is the font that?
I don't understand.
I hate all of it, man.
I don't like it.
It's really, truly
And you're
horrible.
not even matching the Canada baseball logo. Like,
it's a different red, too.
Yeah, it's not even the same red.
It's a different red. What the hell? Who did this? Who hurt you?
World Baseball Classic or Team Canada?
Why on earth did that happen?
I don't know. It's not that fire. What are you guys saying? The 2 button top is very common. I can get the style. Like, I actually had a baseball jersey like that growing up, and guess what? I hated it. It sucked. It just didn't look good. I like the hat a lot. Look, I like the hat. It's Canada baseball. Like, that's the logo. Cool. Let's work around that. We totally went off topic and changed it.
I think that the hat by itself is pretty fire.
Yeah, I agree.
Paired with the jersey, it's not the same.
It doesn't match.
It's just not the same. Like the hat looks like Arizona Diamondback colors.
Yeah.
And the jersey looks like St. Louis Cardinals colors.
Now we got a comment here. 2017 uni way better. I agree. 2017 Canada WBC jerseys. They are nice. I actually really like them.
Remind me what these look like.
Let's see. Got them right here. So they kind of they look like this. Like, it's simpler. It's a lot simpler.
Oh, I like the grays. Can we see it?
Yeah, the grays are cool.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, the grays are my favorite. Great. And then they changed them. I don't know why. Yeah. Like, that's great.
That's cool. Fire. That's Canada. Yeah. That's what we are as a Canadian. I'm like, I get Canada right here.
Yeah, whereas
these are.
Yeah, look at the comparison.
We deserve to lose.
All right, we're not winning this game.
We're gonna get slapped.
We're not gonna be walking out with any confidence in these jerseys at all.
Yeah, man.
We're like
walking out up to Mike Trout and Mookie Betts and these things. Are you kidding me? Like,
sorry guys, didn't mean to be here.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, well, yeah, you guys let us know what you think about those jerseys in the comments. Yeah, it needs to be the red. Needs to be red arms and white center. Yeah, exactly, just like the old ones. Love them. All right. What other kind of stories we got going on here?
Cool. Well, speaking of the World Baseball Classic, we do just want to touch a little bit on like some of the other stuff that's going on right now. There has been a lot of upsets so far. I don't know if you're paying attention to the results.
Yeah.
But this is what happens in baseball.
Yep.
It's one game. We think that we know something about a team. We don't know that much.
Yeah.
And it's 9 innings of play.
Right,
Anything can happen. One good swing, and boom. Great Britain is beating someone else.
Yeah, who was it that got beat the other day?
Good teams. I forget. I forget that some of the Central Americans are not doing as good as we thought they were. Okay, so what's happened so far?
Well, that's the schedule. I want the standings. Oh,
Here we go.
All right, here we go. So we got Netherlands.
2-0.
2-0
for Netherlands.
They also are we've done the breakdown there. They are probably the best team in this division, to be honest. Like Panama, Cuba is actually up there, but Netherlands, they're doing that. They're doing well.
Chinese Taipei was supposed to be a little bit better than that. Panama was supposed to be a little bit better than that, but yeah, okay. Netherlands are doing something.
Japan kicking butt.
Is doing what they're doing.
Korea's 0-2 right now.
Yeah.
Korea's 0-2.
Yeah, Australia 1-0. That was the shocker. Wow. And Czech Republic. 1-0.
I think that was the upset. They beat
a decent squad.
Yeah. And then obviously these haven't started yet, but yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Craziness.
And Japan is absolutely mucking like we thought they were going to.
Yeah, they're kicking
right
butt.
Off of the bat of Shohei Ohtani. He's doing incredible. And as well as other players, too. I think Masataka Yoshida had a game, something like 5 ribbies or more than that even. Czech beat China. Okay.
Czech beat China. Oh, okay. That's not a
Not
That's it.
as great, but still,
They're doing
who
something.
plays in the Czech Republic?
Also, who plays in China though?
I don't know.
We did the
man.
breakdown. We literally did the breakdown. And we did not know.
I didn't know.
We didn't know a single player.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting to see, guys. This Saturday, tomorrow. Holy crap! The USA plays their first game, and yeah, Sunday the Canadians play, and
Canada plays USA on Sunday.
we play Britain.
Britain. Okay. Yeah.
That's
screw
actually
it.
winnable.
I think it is winnable.
Yeah.
It's definitely winnable. Everything except USA is winnable.
Mm-hmm.
And even USA, I mean, it's one game. We're going to be a significant underdog. I would not bet on us.
Yeah.
But it's possible.
You never know. I mean, they
have-
lost to the Giants in an exhibition
yeah,
game.
okay, an
That's
exhibition
crazy,
game.
huh?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know, man. There's baseball, right? It's
Yeah,
sports. That's
it
why we
happens.
play the games, right?
It will-
It's sports.
It also shows their depth. Like they're not pitching their best pitchers against the Giants.
No.
So but still,
We are getting a pretty good pitcher up against us, though, I think.
Yeah.
I think that we're getting... they released it, and I forget
Oh,
who
yeah?
it is. Yeah, they released it, and it's one of their better ones, because they're doing Ottavino. They're doing Ottavino tomorrow, and against Canada, they have somebody who I'm like, this is pretty good. Is
Right.
it Wainwright or Lance Lynn?
Ooh, it might be Lance.
It might be
Lynn.
one of those guys,
Yeah,
I think.
because I think we
it's one of
play them on in the second game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's one of them. So
Wow.
we have a pretty good pitcher going up against us, and realistically, we only have one hitter who is of the same caliber as
like Freddie Freeman.
Yes,
Tyler O'Neill's pretty good too.
Yes, Tyler O'Neill is pretty good.
Yeah.
The USA hitters are better though.
Yeah, I know
USA
they're all
hitters.
better. They're
The
all
USA
better.
hitters are you make a top 20 list of the best baseball players. I would argue that maybe every single one of those guys is on
100%.
that list.
100%.
So
100%.
They're pretty good at baseball.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's kind of the beginning portion of our Wine Unwind. So if you're live with us right now, stick with us. We're going to be doing some Wordle. We're going to be doing the other Wordle, the new puzzle game, and then answering some of your questions. But for those who are rewatching, this is the end of the video here. So make sure, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Every Friday, baby, we're here live on Blue Jays Today talking baseball. If you want to hear baseball, come on back, baby.
Thank you so much for watching.
And go Jays, go! All right.
There we go. I saw you do that
I know.
carefully.
I know. I was like, I'm focusing because last time I clicked it, I ended the stream by accident. I'm like, I'm locked in. All right, guys. Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
I'm going to go get more drinkies.
Nick's going to get a drink. Why don't you guys put your questions in the chat? We're going to be live for another 20 minutes-ish. So we got to go to actually do a meeting a little bit later. We're going to meet up with someone behind the scenes of Blue Jays Today. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We got
big info.
Big info. Ooh, what does that mean? We can't tell you because we signed contracts. But Daniela saying, how games Team Canada win? So how many games? Yes, there we go. I think 2.
So we play 4 games total?
Play 4 games. USA, Great Britain, Mexico, and then Colombia. I think we could beat Great Britain and Colombia.
Yeah.
Mexico and USA would be hard.
So would 2 games move us on?
I don't think so. I think it's top 2.
Right.
And yeah.
Is it okay, top 2, yeah. That would make sense if it's top 2. Interesting.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, we would need to win 3 to secure it, I think.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to beat Mexico.
You'll have to beat a good team.
Yeah, you have to beat a good team. Yeah. Even then, even if we do win, if we make it to the next round, that's a W.
That's a massive W.
Because we're probably gonna lose to USA, which would be
Yes.
the next one. But
I would imagine.
take it.
Yeah, of course,
We'll
right?
take
I
it.
think that would be a massive W for sure. And again, this is why we play the games.
Yeah.
If we were just going off of, who's favorited, we're going to beat Colombia and Great Britain. We're going to lose to Mexico, USA, and that'll be that.
Yeah.
There's going to be something in here that we didn't expect.
Yeah,
There's going to be something in here that we didn't expect.
I'm excited.
Could we beat USA? Maybe. Probably not, though.
No. But Giants did, so who knows?
Yeah, the Giants did.
We got a question here from Marina, excuse me. Question, James Click helps Jays spend money. Will Jays have better record next year?
So I don't know what
that
first
means.
Part means.
James Click helps Jays spend money.
I don't know what James Click means. I don't know what that means, but I know the question of will they have a better record next year, and I think that the answer is
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We are going to have 93 wins.
I think we
Just
all
one
went.
more.
We all went over. Right?
Yeah, we all went
did
over.
the over.
I think the Jays, and again, I'm biased, but I do think the Jays are going to surprise people. I think they're going to surprise me because I've been lowering my expectations, but I really do think they're going to surprise people. And on the broadcast today, even the Red Sox announcers were saying, yeah, like Jays could be the favorite to win the division.
It's happening again, man.
I know.
They did it last year to us too.
They did
Because
it.
the same thing happened last year, where we're like everyone was like, yeah, like they're gonna be really good. Like, these Jays, you better watch out for these Jays.
But they're getting better. We're better. I think our roster is better than it was last year.
I'm not gonna disagree with you, man. Sports hurts. Sports hurts, and this is absolutely the formula for gearing ourselves up for pain.
No,
It feels that way,
bro. I have like a fear at like in the end of September. Like we're here on a podcast, we don't miss playoffs, or we miss playoffs.
86 wins.
86 wins, or no, it's gonna be we just miss playoffs. Like we need to win that game, or we don't make
Oh my
playoffs.
God, again?
And there's a blow up. There's a blow up in center field. Someone breaks their leg.
Yeah.
You know, it's just tragedy. It's just tragedy.
Varsho fucks up major.
Yeah.
Our big trade acquisition.
He gets knocked out unconscious in the outfield, and then we're here on a live like drunk, like just sad drunk. Because just like on our last stream, we were just like, why did this happen? We had the pieces. And then the conversation becomes, so what do we do now?
I don't think that we'll be able to get to that conversation in that podcast, man.
No.
Because when we were doing the post blow up this past year, it really just was,
It was pain.
we don't know.
We don't know.
And it took the Jays, it took fans a long time, at least, a week, more than that, to kind of process what just transpired and go, okay, how do we fix it now?
I don't know.
I really, really
I don't
want
to
to get
I
to
don't
a
want to have
place.
that. No, we're in the universe. It's going to be positive.
Yeah.
We're going to win. We're going to make playoffs. We're going to win a playoff series, and that's the season.
And we're going to go far.
We're going to go far.
We're going to show people what we're made of.
Yeah.
We're going to show people what we're made of.
What we're made
here.
of.
Yeah.
Made of fucking winners right
Exactly.
here. Excuse my language.
Bro, exactly, man. Right? I really, I think that what we don't want to become is the Leafs.
No,
that's what we don't want to do.
No, and you're right, Constantinos. I got it. You're being sarcastic, but I gotta have more optimism. Jays are different. We're built different. We got winner blood in us.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't won a single playoff game with this team, we're gonna prove them wrong.
Let's play some Wordle, because we gotta have a pretty hard stop come 6:30.
Yeah.
So let's do this, because we missed it last week.
We did.
We gotta get some W's.
Yeah.
This week, everybody. So I think it was like 78 people in here last we looked.
Yeah.
Shout out to all you guys. If you're new here, if you haven't played with us before, we need a name in the chat.
Nuke Bar immediately.
Nuke Bar's not bad. Nuke Bar's not bad.
He's making headlines. Nuke Bar?
Yes.
Let's do Nuke Bar.
Constantinos was the first one in here. So this is how it works. You guys say a name.
Okay.
We get a bunch of prompts here, which tells us, different things, and then we go from there. So what do we know?
So we got AL Central. That's what it's going to be. Not in the NL, but it's the Central. Boom. Easy peasy. We
get a lot of AL Central when we play.
We do.
I feel like that's like the overwhelming. If you look back at our wins, a lot of AL Centrals.
Yeah. He was AL Central, I think, too. All right. So he is could be a pitcher. Let's get a pitcher going for the AL Central. Lance Lynn. But how old is he? He's older than 25, a lot older. Throws right-handed. Let's do Lance Lynn.
Okay.
Lance Lynn?
Are we feeling Lance Lynn team? I feel like that's a pretty solid guess right there. Lance Lynn feels like the right way.
Okay, so not on the White Sox, younger than 35, older than 25, so probably in his 30s, early 30s.
Also, quick shout out here for Justice for Matt Gage,
Hey.
$5 dono, saying you guys should look up Andy Yerzy, prospect playing for Canada, and he's a catcher, first base with great pop, former second rounder. Okay, thank you, man. We will absolutely do that. Comments are just in the chat here, but see, Blue Jays prospect is he just for Canada? Where's he playing outside of this?
All right. So we not the White Sox. We got who we got? Kansas City, Detroit. You've got the Guardians and blanking on the last team and the Twins. Who we got? Ahmed Rosario, Jose Ramirez. It's not a pitcher, so we know that for sure.
Yeah.
Jose Ramirez sounds actually pretty right.
Would be 28, so that would make the sense.
Okay.
He does bat.
He's
right.
switchy.
Oh, is he?
Okay, yeah, he's a switch hitter.
You're right. He is.
So Ahmed Rosario.
What about so he's not on
Salvador
the White Sox.
Perez.
Sorry, what are the teams again? My brain's blanking right now. We got
Twins,
Cleveland, we got Twins.
Kansas City, Tigers. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, Sal Perez isn't bad.
Salvador Perez.
Who said that? Somebody said that. Mitchell Hopkins said that.
Boom, close. Okay, so 30, 31,
1
30.
or 32.
Cool.
Or 31, yes, my bad.
Not a catcher, so I don't think he's an outfielder either. So let's do an infielder, not on the Royals. Let's do, could be an Ahmed Rosario situation.
That could, because he'd be around the right age.
Oh, but is he an outfielder?
No.
He's a shortstop. I think of the other Rosario. Eddie Rosario is what I'm thinking of. All right, let's do,
yeah, there you go.
Rosario.
Ahmed
Rosario.
Yep.
Boom. Okay,
good
not on the Guardians.
Guess, pretty good guess.
He's a shortstop.
Shortstop on either the Jorge Polanco.
Or
is he 30 at this point? I don't
Who's
know.
on the Tigers? Who's on the Tigers?
No, I just know that they got Torkelson, they got Bias.
Scope?
Bias.
Javier Baez. Boom! Let's go! Nice job.
Right there.
Hey, right there too. Willard with Javier Baez.
Yeah,
Mitchell
Mitchell with the Baez too.
Let's
so
go.
Shout out to Willard. Shout out to Mitchell. We were on the same brain path, boys.
Well,
Good
I can't believe I didn't remember him being on the Tigers. I was like, who's the shortstop?
Well, at first you said that, I was like, Spencer Torkelson? And I was like, oh no, it's Baez.
Yeah.
Damn, Baez has had a bit of a fall.
I know. He's got to bounce back. He's capable of doing it. He's got to bounce back.
He absolutely is capable of doing it, man. It's just like he's got to actually do it.
All right, we got this new Wordle right here. It's a little bit of a puzzle. It's kind of hard. We got 11 minutes, 12 minutes to do it, so let's get cracking.
Yeah, I think we'll absolutely get it done here, guys. So how this works, and this is a good one. Because I already see Blue Jays. I see a bunch of them. I see Bautista, I see Stroman, I see Donaldson.
Oh, this
There's
looks
a lot of Blue Jays.
This...
So how this works, just to let everybody know, we have to match up players who played on the same team. We have to match up players who played on the same team. So already we know that there's going to be Boston. There's going to be Cincinnati Reds.
Baltimore.
It looks like there's going to be Baltimore. We know that Blue Jays are here. And I think that there has to be Dodgers as well. Because we got Clayton Kershaw sitting in the middle there.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's start organizing.
So let's
also move these guys around.
Yeah.
Because they can't be in the same row.
I agree. So do you want to make
Red
Boston
Sox.
the bottom?
Yeah.
Or who's Rollins, Ellis, and Joseph? Are they a Red or a Boston or any of them? I don't know any of those guys.
This is like a mid 2010s era.
I feel like I'm not going to be super good on this one. Galvis, Blue Jay.
Galvis is definitely a Blue Jay. Donaldson. Let's start making a Blue Jays row. How about that?
Okay, so let's make it the top because we already got Donaldson and Stroman up there. So Galvis can go up there for somebody.
Let's go. Let's put him with Machado because Mancini's here. Boom.
Great.
We got
interesting. Why Galvis, Gray, and Votto?
Interesting.
Maybe did they play together at all? Where did Freddie Galvis go after?
He went to Baltimore.
But did Votto or Gray play?
But Votto's only on Reds, so clear. All right,
was Galvis on Cincinnati with Votto at all before?
I think it was actually. He was on the Reds. Galvis was on the Reds.
Okay, so now we know that Galvis has got to be, and Gray was also a Red too.
Right.
So so maybe we need to move the Cincinnati Reds logo up there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and then move and make because I feel like the Blue Jay row's got to connect with the Reds.
So I think Galvis needs to be on the end.
Yeah.
And then let's move the Reds with Donaldson. Yeah.
Okay.
And now Stroman can be moved for a Red. Who is a Red?
Good question. I don't know. There's some names that aren't popping up for me.
Willard saying Ellis is Dodger. Thank you. That's great.
Thank you.
Rollins was also a Dodger. Okay, so the bottom row looking a bit like a Dodger row would be good.
So maybe let's move this Red Sox logo somewhere. Who's a Dodger? Who'd be a Dodger?
Kershaw.
Oh, Kershaw. Boom. Easy. Bam. Okay, great. And then let's start building this Blue Jay row up. Mancini's also a... Dahlbeck is a Red Sox.
Yeah. So Dahlbeck for Urine, maybe?
Yeah, boom.
Good work. So
Okay.
now let's move maybe Stroman for... Do we know who Joseph is?
Oh, no idea.
Okay, let's move Joseph.
Joseph.
Right bottom.
Right at the bottom.
Okay. Figured we'd shoot our shot there.
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
Are we making a little Blue Jay row right here?
I think that's what's happening here.
So Saunders was a Blue Jay. We could put him...
Oh, but we got Goins, too.
Ryan Goins. Yeah.
There are multiple Blue Jays here.
There could be. Let's switch it. Boom.
Yeah.
And then Saunders for Irvin. Boom. Okay, we're connecting the
but
dots.
it didn't line up, though.
I know.
It didn't make it. Why?
Maybe because it's not supposed to connect with all the other teams.
Yeah, I
Is
think
that why?
we're wrong. Because Donaldson has to be in this.
Yeah,
Blue
Donaldson
Jay.
has to be a Blue Jay. Where's Donaldson?
Right
there.
there.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Donaldson's got to be in there.
Maybe there's another Blue Jay row? Davis could be a Blue Jay.
No, because if there was another Blue Jay row,
Yeah,
I think
there needs
this
to be
would
more.
have lit up.
Joseph was a Oriole. I remember that now. Joseph was an Oriole.
Joseph catcher. Joseph with the Jays, too,
Joseph
apparently.
was also... Yeah.
Uribe is a
Dodger.
Dodger.
Okay.
Can we do that then? Donaldson for Uribe just to create the Dodgers row?
There we go. Yeah,
Okay, so Stroman's
Stroman
got to
can't
move.
be there.
We need a Dodger there.
We need a Dodger. That's why I feel like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Who the hell's a Dodger? Who is a Dodger?
I don't know.
Wait, did they say Joseph was a Dodger?
Joseph was a Dodger?
No, wait. Sorry, I'm just scrolling up.
Yeah, Joseph.
No.
Story's a Red Sox, and we know that for sure. We know Story's Red Sox.
Yeah, I feel like Jays can't.
We gotta
be
move Batista out of here.
Yeah, I think so.
Boom, there we go.
Yeah, so we knew that was gonna happen. Oh man, where?
There's a lot of Orioles here. I want to make an Orioles row.
Yeah, because Mancini's got to be with the Orioles.
So maybe let's
move Donaldson for Scope.
Yeah,
we'll get that.
And then let's move. Where is it here?
Davis with Irvin.
Where's Davis?
Davis right down there.
Boom,
Yep, great.
Okay.
So who is the last Oriole?
Who's the last Oriole? Good question. Joseph was an Oriole as well.
Okay,
so right here?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yes.
Done. Yes, let's go. Okay, now we got to get this Blue Jay row going here. There's a lot of Blue Jays here. I feel like there's so many. Or ones that were Blue Jays. Goins has got to be in here somehow. Maybe move it for Irvin. Do we know Irvin's a red?
I think did we already try Irvin over there, or
did we do that? Can't remember.
Okay, try it.
Dodgers vertical row. Boom. Okay, that works. That works.
And they like Galvis and Joseph,
which are Orioles.
But also Blue Jays.
Okay, what if we did...
Stroman for Kendrick needs to happen.
Boom!
So now,
we
just need... This is Orioles.
Orioles. Hernandez? Story? Can't be Story. Velasquez? Let's start moving him. It's got to be someone.
Can't be Dahlbeck.
Right. Hernandez. Boom.
Bam.
Let's go. Phillies. Did not see that.
Wow.
Did not see that.
So we're wrong.
Definitely wrong. But we did get the Blue Jays. Dodgers were there. Good work, guys. Thanks for helping us out with that. Red Sox, Orioles, Reds. Love it all.
Pretty good round there. I felt like we were never really in major trouble.
No.
Because the chat was with it. There was a bunch of, you guys called out some names that I just was not familiar with.
Yeah.
This is definitely, we're looking at 2013, 2014, 2015 era here. So it's,
but then they sprinkle in Story and Dahlbeck and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
It's a tough game.
It is very tough.
It's definitely a tough game, guys. So shout out and thank you for everybody who has been watching along with us, guys. Sadly, we can't do a round 2 because we do need to take off. We got a big important business meeting, everybody, with the channel. Maybe some changes coming. Maybe some stuff going down. You never know.
That's why you guys gotta subscribe and stick with it and see what those changes are. Some big stuff for the boys happening soon.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody.
And as always,
go Jays, go!